Hey everyone, welcome back to NDC, and today we're going to be exploring to see if you can code out an app feature with just your voice using Apple's built-in accessibility tools on Xcode using Swift. So I want to quickly go over the rules before we dive on in. So no typing whatsoever. I'm not going to be touching my keyboard at all. Voice control through the accessibility features on, dictation on, and I'm also going to be building some custom commands ahead of time for things such as building, running, showing issues on Xcode. This way we don't have to use our mouse to click on any of the options. It'll be fully done with just my voice. I also have a timer over here on the right side. I'm also going to have a counter for all the mistakes / when we have to go back in and change some things. All right, in our settings, we're going to go to the accessibility, and I'm going to enable voice control, which allows us to use our voice to edit text and interact with our computer, even when we're on calls. Well, we're not on a call, but we are recording. So we have our language. We can even choose the microphone, and I'm going to set it to be my microphone that I'm using for recording here. We can even have hints and play a sound when a command is recognized. Now, I do need to create some custom commands because unfortunately the item numbers won't allow me to build in Xcode. So we're going to create some quick commands here. Oh, stop listening. Because I'm doing commentary on this, it'd be pretty funny if it was picking up literally everything. We're going to do one for build app. And we want it to do a shortcut. Command B. Oh, can we do it for when we're only using Xcode? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, and we should be all set up. All right, and let's find out what app we're building today. I just put some random kind of one-pagers on the screen here. Ooh, barely ticked over to the mini timer. Alrighty, we're gonna be making a timer in Xcode. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. Okay, we should be good to go in terms of our environment. I'm just gonna go ahead and re-enable. I just turned it off while I was setting things up. Just gonna go ahead and re-enable the voice control. And I also did see that there's a Swift mode. Enable Swift mode. Swift mode. All right, I'm going to start the timer. We'll start coding and we can see how far we get. So I'm going to press on the start. I'm going to press on Xcode, and then after that, no mouse or keyboard. Select all. Press delete key. Select word. Press delete key. Select word. Import SwiftUI. Next line. Undo that. Import SwiftUI. Press return key. Next line. Next line. Import combine. Struct voice timer view. View. Open brace. Press return key. State private var remaining :int equals 60. Next line. @state private var is running :bool equals false. Next line. @state private var timer equals Timer.publish. Open parentheses. Undo that. Every :1, on dot main, in dot common. Common. Undo that. Undo that. Common close parenthesis. Dot auto connect. Press return key. Var body :sum view open bracket. Var body :sum view. Open brace. Return key. Press return key. Close brace. Go back one element. Go back one character. Move up 2 lines. Now begins the first boss of the run, the VStack. Keep an eye on the mistakes counter as I do this super quick compilation. VStack. 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 VStack open parentheses spacing colon 24 close parentheses open brace. VStack. Mini rant. Am I saying VStack wrong? It's the letter V stack. Well, okay, well, I'm gonna do a quick experiment. Start listening. H stack. V stack. V stack. V. Press return key. Text, open parentheses, formatted, open parentheses, remaining, close parentheses, close parentheses. Dot font, open parentheses, dot system, open parentheses, size, colon, 64. Move forward 2 characters. Press return key. H stack. Press return key. Open brace. Button, open parentheses, is running, question mark, open quote, pause, close quote, colon, open quote, start, close quote, close parentheses, open brace. Press delete key 6 times. Button. Press return key. Move forward 35 characters. Undo that. Open brace. Toggle. Open parentheses, close parentheses. Close brace. Button. Press return key. Quote. Reset. Move forward 1 character. Close parenthesis. Brace. Reset. Open parenthesis. Close parenthesis. Private func formatted. Open bracket underscore seconds colon int. Press return key. Move forward 1 character. Move forward 1 character. Undo that. Undo that. Move up 1 line. Move forward 40 characters. Press dash key. Undo. Press space key. Press tab key. Let m equals seconds divided by 60. Press return key. Let s equals seconds %60. Press return key. Press tab key. Press tab key. Private func toggle. Open parenthesis. Close parenthesis. Open brace. Press return key. Is running dot toggle. Open parenthesis. Press return key. Close parenthesis. Move to line 20. Undo that. Undo that. Move up 19 lines. Okay, because when I created this app, I had the content view because it was the default app. The content view is still trying to be called at the app level. So I'm going to see if I can get through this with voice. Otherwise, we'll rename our struct to content view is probably the easiest solution. I don't want to use the mouse. I don't want to feel like I'm cheating at all. But I thought that was funny. It's like, why can't I find content? Oh my gosh. Because I didn't change it at the app level. Start listening. Show numbers. 76. 81. Move up 2 lines. Select line. Timer. Select word. Delete word. Press return key. Move up one line. Press tab key. 71. Show numbers. 74. 77. Move up 2 lines. Voice timer review. Voice. Press return key. Open bracket, close bracket. Run app. Okay, not cheating, but the simulator did open up on my other screen, so I'm just gonna drag it in because otherwise you'd have no way of viewing it. There we go. Okay, it's dragged back in. If it wasn't showing because it was behind another window, I would have used the voice commands to like bring it to the window. And I'm sure there's probably a way to like select it and move it, but that's not really the whole point of this challenge at this point. Okay, so let's see what it is that we actually created. At a certain point, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do like a progress view and all that. And I was like, this is making my brain hurt. My sanity is like gone. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. I'll do a review at the end, but yeah. No cheating, just had to move the preview here, or the simulator rather. We're almost at 40 minutes, and I guess this time doesn't really count because we're waiting for the simulator to load, but yeah, I saw it was pretty funny. Okay, classic Xcode fashion. It's just being a little bit of a tool right now. And I think my whole Mac's lagging. Let's see with the movement of the hands. A little bit. Okay, and we are back. Start listening. Okay, so I thought we were back, but then it just reset itself. Classic Xcode woes. I mean, we definitely did it in under 40 minutes, but yeah, now we're just hanging out for no reason. I'm gonna pause the timer until this thing's ready. As soon as I pause the timer. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, so the numbers don't appear to work and display on this, but let's see if our .begin timer works. Nope. Can we pause it? Can we reset it? All right, what's happening here? Why aren't we displaying the number correctly? Text format remaining. Oh shoot, I didn't do the onReceive. Oh, brother. Okay, so we need to have some logic somewhere that's kind of like a like onReceive is running. And remaining greater than 0. Open brace. Press return key. Remaining minus equals 1. Else if remaining double equals 0. Open brace. Ah, shoot, did I put this in the wrong place? Okay, hopefully that fixed it. I forgot totally like an onReceive. A progress view probably also would have like worked, as I previously mentioned, but yeah, I was like, why isn't the timer going down? Honestly, like, I started off pretty strong with like the state variables and even like getting, well, actually the VStack was a nightmare. I don't know if I just say that word wrong. It doesn't understand my pronunciations. Let's see if the timer works. Okay, our timer works. Let's see if we can pause it and reset it. Yay! Okay, it was just the onReceive I was missing. My goodness. Oh, we completed the challenge, so I can properly pause this. 50 minutes and 39 seconds to create this. 50 minutes to create this. But we didn't cheat, we didn't type anything, we didn't use our mouse. Now, I want to talk a little bit about my experience. So is it possible to code an app completely with your voice? Absolutely. Which is great for people who require that accessibility feature. I think for me, it's also just cool to know that I can do that. Will I use it in the future? Maybe if I'm really lazy and I want to dictate some specific syntax. Perhaps. But it was a little bit difficult. I think for some of the pieces, like calling out variables, I figured out the braces and the brackets pretty decently, but for like the variables and for even the VStack in particular, oh my god, I want to see how long it took me to get the VStack to come out. That was ridiculous. I understand that V and View, they're kind of similar, but that was a bit nightmarish. I'm sure I'll include in the video, but I ended up swapping to dictation mode and just putting V and then using the autofill for VStack, which is pretty funny. But yeah, even like the lines, I think if you had a cheat sheet or if this is something that you did regularly, you'd probably be much better than it, doing it than I was, especially for moving characters forward. I kept saying elements. Sometimes when I would say press delete key 8 times, it would literally dictate out the sentence with like the times 8. So it'd say press delete key times 8. So I'm sure there's like a better way to do it. I did like the little mini tutorial that it has on the accessibility feature to get used to voice controls, but honestly, like I just started using my own plain English. And then like learning those was a bit of a struggle, even with like the begin timer. It's like, oh yeah, you wanted dot begin timer. I don't know why when I said start, it thought it was like a dot. Curious for that one. Getting the bordered prominent to work down here was really hard, but not on this button, which was interesting. It's also nice that I was able to, and again, I think it's because of the Swift mode, say like private function formatted, and it built this out pretty smart. I didn't know what to do for this arrow, so I just did the autofill with the tab key. There were some things where I was like, I have no idea, because I was trying the dash, and it was just like, nope. So I think it's pretty cool. Like, again, there was like a lot of hiccups with even like undoing, moving up and down lines. You had to be very specific with the phrasing. So I think having a cheat sheet or even making custom commands within the voice controls would be a really smart idea. But yes, you can indeed work in Xcode on your Mac. Again, I'm sure there's a wonderful Windows equivalent that I haven't explored yet. You can indeed code out an app. Again, it wasn't the most crazy app, and I had to go back and add the onReceive, figure out my braces. Oh my goodness, my indentation is horrible. And like, I normally do tricks like this, like double clicking on the left side of the brace to see what it encapsulates. I was like counting, and even for like a lot of the move characters, I was just like, it's probably 13. I don't know, I'm just giving random numbers. I didn't really want to sit there and count, so having a mouse and a keyboard, I could probably create this timer in like something this basic, probably a few minutes. Not 50, but it is possible. That was a pretty fun challenge. I really kind of want to start doing some of these more challenges on my channel just to kind of see what's possible. And although my sanity took a little bit of a hit with the keywords and phrasing, it was still a pretty fun challenge to do and to prove, once again, you can indeed build an app using just your voice to various degrees of success and various degrees of stress. But if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop a like. I'm hoping to do some more cool, interesting challenges, not just with, voice commands, but with some other cool twists and quirks. So if you enjoy the content, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments below. Are you going to try creating an app with your voice? Have a great day. Dream big, code bigger. And we'll see you in the next one.